Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Joey Sparks. That's two E's no Y. You heard me. That's two E's no Y. And in this here video, we are going to be reacting for the very first time to Ren's new music video. I'm not saying the title because YouTube. But anyways, a little backstory on me is I just got turned on to Ren maybe 2 weeks ago tops, to what a talented musician, thespian, all around creative, by a friend of mine, Black Pegasus. And ever since, I've been going in this Ren rabbit hole, this Ren roller coaster, whatever you call it. And I just so happened to get introduced soon enough to witness and react with everyone else in real time to his new music video. All right, so shoot, if you guys are ready like I'm ready, then let's do this. Oh, first, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. All that stuff helps me go up in the algorithm, and I need your help. We're on the road to 5,000 views, and I can't do that without you. And if you have subscribed, thank you, kudos again. Let's do this, all right? Let's take that logo down. Let's pull this up. And if y'all ready, like I'm ready for some new Ren music and music video, put a hand in the air. All right, let's go. Pause, gang. Let's go.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucked.
Yo. Here's to you, AI. We knew you would take over sooner or later. I love it. Utilizing AI to like maximize creativity. So smart. And I love how it I played around with a little bit of it. If you'd like to see any of that, you can visit my Instagram. It's in the description below. It's fun watching what it can actually produce. And to me as a creative, I'm like, how can I use it to be more creative? I'm not worried about it. I mean, besides Skynet, other than that, I'm not worried about it taking over my artistic position, if that makes sense. And I love how there's tons of programs out there. Whichever program or software they were using for this particular one, they dialed in the settings to make it recognizable. Like, don't obscure Ren so much to where we can't see his hair. Don't obscure so much that we don't see his classic Adidas jacket. You know what I mean? Let's run that back.
Tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time.
Bro, treading on the tracks in the nighttime. And we're like rolling down, like, I believe they call it the trolley. We those in New York, here in the States, subway, the train, oh man. And I'm loving that they were like, you know what, let's go with it. Let's go full on siege. Let's go.
It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Sick boy, bitten by a tech boy. I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak color.
Yo, that is hard. Where he's walking in the street kudos, because like it keeps going into this like what's the term you use to like the like kind of like almost cyberpunky vibes and stuff like that, where you know like humans got to the level that they wanted to add tech to their body type. I think that's cyberpunk or whatever. It's
Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armor. Oh, I, falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, I, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
And I love how it looks like they like this walking stuff is all shot for this. These are shots. These are real shots taken somewhere, and then you run these shots through the artificial intelligence software, and then give it parameters and specs, and then it manipulates from your inputs, your prompts, I think is what they call them. Except for like I saw some pre-used clips from a video I haven't seen, but I've seen the thumbnail for it, and it's where it's in the same high-ren room or whatever, that blue room with the cracking wallpaper paint or whatever. It's across the table what looks like it'd be a nurse. I don't know if that's Sick Boy or whatever, but a few bars back where he's going sick boy, like that was reused footage. But I mean, when you're throwing it in with all AI creative intelligence, wow.
Suicide, suicide, suicide. It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is that the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd, fuck.
Almost got me. I mean, you probably consider it got, but wow. Um, Anyone else kind of speechless at this point in the music? I mean, just the music that since my last pause, it switched, it cut off the song and it just became that acapella with well, it wasn't acapella. I think they had a little bit of piano, but almost mimicked like Rain. Now that I'm listening back, let me Rain, Tears, Water. The song's dealing with suicide, so it's like we all want to kind of, us who are still here all kind of want to blame ourselves, like, or there's like a little bit of I don't know, inner demons inside of us that make us want to go like, could I have done more? Am I to blame in any part of this? I mean, first of all, death is a crazy topic anyway. It's final. It's the end, you know. It's fin, as they say. So it's like that alone is tough. And then when we're talking about someone taking their own life, they had no other answers but to go out and, you know, when you sit back and reflect that that's what that last little piece was, and it's just so moving because he's talking about real stuff. I would have held you, I would, and like he's talking about like real feelings. I think he was talking about some creative scenario where
I hope you're listening. I love you, man. I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Man, that miss gets me all the time. One of these days I'm gonna do a video on lost my father. I didn't lose him or anything, but like it was like my first real death, and like it still fucks with me. Like I still don't know how to like process it properly. I'm gonna talk about that one day. Right now we're talking about this, and on this, kudos to them. And I like the choice of going to this, to where it's like they're used to doing those one takes, right? And this one they had cuts. It cut away from here to there, back and forth and what have you. And it's like that's creative and new. And I don't know if it was a creative decision to do it during such a heavy song. Which, let's talk about that. The song is dope. Peaks and valleys.
Silicone rubber, bruises my sister, skin pop the blister, dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Oh, falling through the cracks of the night sky. The light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Tracks on the wrong side never felt like the right time. Come on, man. And then for it to get to that, to then open up to
The night
this.
you jumped, I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is that the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger.
The day you jumped, my childhood jumped. I can't even say it. The day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. First of all, let's all. This was written. I don't know what the story is on this or who he's specifically speaking about. You know, sometimes musicians write from creative points of view from others. I feel like this one is too deep to not be real, right? So there's somebody that Ren really feels this way about. We all need to send him healing light and energy. For real, for real. And that's just me just knowing they need it the most, especially people who hear this song who have went through this. So yeah, and always be open to talk to somebody. You never know when they need that. So kudos to you. Great song, great video. I'm already planning to go through some more videos here of yours and dive further into who you are, Ram. But just thanks for giving us all this creative, like you didn't know. And if from what I hear, you know, going through psychosis and stuff, you question yourself and your motives and your gifts and stuff like that. And so if you're unsure if the world loves it, obviously you know now is this is like, it's hard that somebody don't look at your talents with an open heart. and realize that it is like a pure gift from, like, come on. Anyways, yo, I appreciate y'all for stopping back through to the channel. It means the world to me to get to witness some of this stuff for the first time with y'all, and then like share experiences with y'all down in the comments about your first time. Get insight to things that I wasn't aware of. Give insight to pieces of my technical expertise to you. I think it's super dope. So if you like any of this content, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. We're on a road to 5,000. I need your help. You've been so gracious so far, so help me by spreading the word and telling a friend. Other than that, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next reaction video. I'm Joey Sparks. Peace.